GOP's gridlock on Capitol Hill now entering day 3. Still no Speaker of the House. We're hearing about a possible deal to end the standoff after Republicans failed to agree on a new Speaker for a second day in a row. A hard-right group is in rebellion, blocking Kevin McCarthy. Vote after vote after vote. There have been 6 so far. Congressional correspondent Rachel Scott starts us off on Capitol Hill. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning. And sources tell me that Republican leader Kevin McCarthy has put a new offer on the table, but it still may not be enough. It comes after 2 days, 6 failed votes, a bitter standoff that has left us without a Speaker of the House.
A Speaker has not been elected.
This morning, the stage is set for a 3rd day of battle for Speaker of the House. Overnight, ABC News learning Kevin McCarthy has made another offer to holdouts in the Republican Party against his bid for Speaker.
I crawl before I walk. That's what you should gauge on. Being able to do that vote, that the discussions are going well.
Sources tell us McCarthy has proposed a new round of concessions, including changing the rules so that just one lawmaker could force a vote to remove the Speaker, putting more conservatives on the powerful House Rules Committee, and a vote on bills like term limits and border security. It's unclear if it will be enough. The divisions in the Republican Party on full display. Lawmakers in their chairs for hours, heated discussions playing out in the chamber. On one side, the Republicans backing McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy has proved that he can get things done. He has proven that he is willing to stand up in the face of critics.
On the other, the staunch conservatives who say he needs to go, even challenging calls from former President Donald Trump to reverse course.
Even having my favorite president call us and tell us we need to knock this off, I think it actually needs to be reversed. The president needs to tell Kevin McCarthy that, sir, you do not have the votes and it's time to withdraw.
Those members under pressure to fold.
Why is it time for him to withdraw and not you when he has so many more votes?
Well, Sean, he needs 218, and he does not have 218. We've been trying to work this out in private, as you said, for months.
McCarthy huddled with Republicans behind closed doors for nearly 3 hours, but still no deal.
What is the strategy going forward with McCarthy?
Work through it, get everybody together, and solve our problems.
Are you so confident that you can pull this out? 6 failed votes?
Yeah, very.
Even some of his supporters say it's time to wrap this up or step aside.
If they haven't come together, then I think it's going to be incumbent on Kevin to make a decision and some other people to make a decision to step up.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi calling it all shameful.
None of us have seen anything like this disrespect for the institution in a most cavalier, frivolous way. It's quite sad.
Through it all, the Democrats standing together, pointing out their leader, Hakeem Jeffries, has consistently won more votes than McCarthy.
I rise to nominate Hakeem Jeffries as Speaker of the House, the lead vote getter in the last 5 rounds.
The gentleman is recognized.
Talks will pick back up this morning. Sources tell me that some conservatives are pushing for guarantees that they will not be retaliated against, like being kicked off of key committees if they suddenly decide to support McCarthy. Remember, he can only afford to lose 4 members from his own party. There are 20 who are opposing him. The House will reconvene in just a few hours. McCarthy is certainly hoping that this new offer helps chip away at some of that opposition, George.
Okay, Rachel, let's bring in our chief Washington correspondent, John Carl. So, John, Kevin McCarthy's now given away just about everything. Said that one person could now vote to vacate the Speaker's office, at least bring that motion forward. Is this going to be enough?
The concessions have made some progress for McCarthy, but the bottom line, George, is even after making those concessions that mean that even if he succeeds in getting elected Speaker, he will be the weakest Speaker in modern history. Even after all that, he still doesn't have the vote. You know, they took a motion to adjourn last night so they could continue conversations. McCarthy won that, just a motion to adjourn, by only a single vote. So he is now in a test of wills with people who are willing to shut the government down, people who are willing to shut the House down, and even at this point, he does not have those votes. But the one thing McCarthy has going for him, George, is the thing he's had going for him all along, which is, although he does not have the votes, nobody else has the votes either. So he is, as long as he sits and waits this out, he's in this. But again, nobody on the Republican side has the votes to be elected Speaker right now.
He can sit there all day and wait it out. Meantime, there is functionally no House of Representatives in the United States right now.
I mean, it's extraordinary to think about this, and this is something I don't think that most Americans have ever really been aware of. The election of a Speaker of the House is relatively pro forma. It's often the easiest vote that a Speaker will have. But until that happens, nothing happens. I mean, these members are not even sworn in yet. The committees are not formed. They're not going to be paid. This is an extraordinary dysfunction, unlike any I've seen on Capitol Hill.
John Carl, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.